Hello everybody and welcome back. This is JudiciousFire. I'm on the iOS server. I'm going to be continuing my series on all the heroes in the game. They are recommended talents, insignias, pets, enchantments, and traits. This is the 6th part in a 7-part series. We left off last time with Skeletica, and now we're going to be starting with Walla Walla. We're using the Hero Compendium as our guide. Hero Compendium is accessible by clicking the blue tab at the bottom, pink and yellow book, and you see all the heroes that are released in the game by order of release date. We're going to be looking at these 10 heroes today: Walla Walla, Creation 01, Athene, Sasquatch, Espirita, Dovekeeper, Serena, Storm Eater, Professor Ribbit, and Lavanica. Let's start with our first hero, Walla Walla. Okay, Walla Walla does many things. I'll go into some of the most important things. Number one, he is a healer. He has a healing capacity that is not quite as great as Golem, but he is a better overall hero. He is a priority hero in this game, and I would consider him an essential hero. There are not many heroes in this game that can heal your team, but Walla Walla can do so and also be a remarkable hero unto himself. He's got a great attack. He provides an attack boost to the members of your team. This is tremendous. He gives everybody a big attack bonus. He also slows down the enemy. I find that Walla Walla is a great hero for Sacred Light. Up his health, reduce his damage. You want to keep him alive. He is not necessarily somebody I would want to put in the front row. He is a support hero, but he is also a hero that can take care of himself. As far as an attack talent goes, I find that Zealous Drive with the attack bonus as well as the damage reduction and the extra range can be helpful in something like a Lost Realm, a Labyrinth, or a Lost Battlefield. Typically, I am running him with Sacred Light. Majority of the time, I'm running him with Phoenix, and this is a pet that slows the enemy. Walla Walla also slows the enemy. They work very well with one another. Walla Walla is a auto proc hero. You can set him on your base during a Guild Wars defense scenario, and he will continue to auto proc or activate his skill even when under direct attack. He can hit the enemy, slow him down, give your whole team a big attack bonus without even being near the enemy. This is achieved with Empower. This is typically an insignia that I'm running with Walla Walla. He's a member of my Infernal Summit 4 team, as well as often my Lava 4 team. And I find especially in Infernal Summit 4 that the Empower insignia is a must. You want this guy to be auto-procking the whole time he's out there on the board. You can also do a Revitalize if you're in a Lost Battlefield or maybe a Labyrinth situation, but the majority of the time I'm running him with Empower. I have him with a Victory Lunge for a little extra attack and some Reflect. His traits: dodge and health. I want to allow him to take some damage without getting killed, but at the same time I would like him to avoid as much as possible. Here he is at Breakthrough 22, about 35,000 damage, somewhere around 740,000 health. Great accuracy, great dodge. He's not a hero that I would outfit for critical hits. Again, he is a support hero, and I would absolutely prioritize Walla Walla. If you have a Druid and then you get yourself a Golem, retire Druid. If you have a Golem and get yourself a Walla Walla, go with Walla Walla. There are times that Golem can be helpful. It provides a big damage reduction to your team, but Walla Walla you're going to be using 9 times out of 10. Oh, here he is with his skin. You can see the attack effect, a little bit of health, a little bit of everything. Next we have Creation 01. Okay, Creation 01 is a sniper. He does his best work as a sniper. If you set him off into the corner of somebody's base, he will rain down these stunning lightning bolts upon people. Now, there are better snipers in the game, but he can hit hard. He is also a hero that, when attacked, now he has to be under attack, but when he is attacked, he gets a big attack boost. He takes less damage. He becomes a better, stronger, faster version of himself. The cooldown on that is actually less than the amount of time that it activates. So just like a destroyer, one of these heroes that takes a while to get going, Creation is a great hero once he gets going. Once you get that freight train running at full speed, it's nearly unstoppable. It's getting out of the station that's the hard part. Creation is a hero that works very, very well with Stone Skin. He's one of my few Stone Skin heroes. His damage reduction does stack with Stone Skin, and that provides a big, big damage reduction, especially for a hero that's activates best when under attack. I find that the Zerk also gives him a nice attack speed bonus. It pairs very well with his skill when under attack, and it helps to get him activating his skill more and more often. The faster, the better. I find that Reapster is great with him because Reapster activates when under attack, and so does Creation. Creation can be run many different ways. He is an auto-proc hero. Now, there are auto-proc heroes in this game that I find to be useful in an auto-proc situation, and those that I don't find to be useful. For example, Mahatma. Mahatma is auto-proc. So is Mektessa. So they can activate their skill when not under direct attack. But the enemy has to be right up next to them for that skill to actually do anything against the enemy. They don't have a global attack. They don't have any ability to affect the enemy except right up next to them. So they may as well not be auto-proc as far as I'm concerned. Creation is one of those auto-proc heroes that can be very, very useful in an auto-proc situation. You can run him with an Empower. You can also, I use him more in a general game sense, and I find that survival and the ability to give him a chance to heal really does help. So you can run him with an Empower and get great use out of him in a defensive situation. I have a Victory Lunge on him, extra attack. I have health, I have accuracy, and a little bit of crit resist. It's kind of a everything do-all build. You want to stay away from dodge. You want Creation to be taking damage. He activates best when under attack, so make sure that he is under attack. Stay away from the dodge. Almost 30,000 damage. You see almost 800,000, almost 900,000 health. Good accuracy, very low dodge. I want him to be hit. Creation is not an essential hero. Not a hero that you need to go out of your way to get. There are snipers that do a much better job that hit multiple targets. I also find him in a defensive situation to be somewhat weak. Now, I have yet to run into a breakthrough 30 Creation 01 or maxed out Creation 01. But so far, I've not seen him to be a really great defender or really a great attacker. He's a good general hero, but not something I would prioritize. Let's move on to our next hero, Athene. Okay, Athene gives a big attack speed boost to your team, 65%. That's one of the things that Pumpkin Duke does and one of the things that Michael does. She just does that. Now, she also will give them energy. It's one of the things that Cupid does. Cupid at max skill also gives a movement speed boost to your team. So your attack speed is going to go up and your energy is going to go up. This is as a result of Athene proccing or activating her skill. She also does a little bit of damage around the board. It's a global attack. It's very useful. Athene, though, is not a hero that I would consider to be essential in this game. We have many heroes today that are being released that have a very short recharge on their energy production. They have fast energy regain, or their skill is almost nearly in alignment with their skill activation time and their cooldown. You know, you think of somebody like Cosmo, there's really only 1 or 2 seconds that his skill isn't activating, or something like Lazulix. You really don't need an empower or energy gain on those heroes. And so I found myself by the last third of this game using Athene less and less. Athene still is a useful hero. I think during the first 2/3 of the game, you'll get more use out of her. So I would not prioritize her or go after her in any sense. As far as talents are concerned, I think a Sacred Light to keep her alive, and also a Wicked Armor. She tends to die very quickly because of damage reflect. Wicked Armor can help to curtail that to some degree. A healing pet because she's not able to heal. Empower. With Empower, she can auto-proc. She is one of those auto-proc heroes. During base defense, she can give your whole team a big energy boost, attack speed boost, and do so continually when not under direct attack. I have a Blinding Blow on her. This is from a Warden challenge a ways back. I might go with something like an Energy Sap or a Victory Lunge, something to up her attack and also give her a little bit of damage reflect. I have some dodge, some health, and some accuracy. She's not a hero I typically use, so I haven't chased those last 1 or 2 traits. As far as it goes, I would just try to keep her alive with health and dodge, as I've done with the majority of those traits. Here she is at 21, breakthrough 21, about 30,000 damage, a little over 30,000, and about 740,000 health. Nice accuracy, nice dodge. Athene, not somebody I would go after or prioritize in this game. Next we have Sasquatch. Sasquatch is a brute. He can smash up a base. He can take care of crowds. He's great with crowd control. He stuns people. Yeah, he heals. He does a tremendous amount of damage in the area around him. Sasquatch is a great hero, but not somebody that I would chase after in this game. There are heroes that they're creating now that are much, much better. Sasquatch is one of those guys that I've just kind of recently retired from my top heroes list. He can be very valuable, very useful in certain situations, but you're not going to be made or broken in this game by not having a Sasquatch. I have a Sacred Light to give him some extra damage reduction and some extra health to soak up those great heals that he has. I also find that Regenerate is a great offensive talent. Gives him extra energy, lets him heal at 130 times his rate. He ends up firing off that stun just again and again and again, and he can get people in a near stun lock that way. I find Auroria is a great pet. He stuns when the hero is under attack. Sasquatch also stuns. They tends to get an extra stun in. Victory Lunge for the reflect as well as the damage boost. And you see I'm going for accuracy and health here. I'm trying to stay away from dodge. I don't mind a little bit on him, but I want him to be under attack. He's a guy who gives back as much as he gets. Again, great with throwing him in a crowd of people. Great with base damage. Really nice hero all around. About 30,000 damage, about 880,000 health. By breakthrough 21, we're at 5,000 accuracy. Again, I'm staying away from dodge. You can see his skin effects. It's the same as the prior ones. All came out about the same time. A little bit of attribute bonuses, including mostly attack and health. Here was Athene's if I didn't show it. Basically the same as Sasquatch. I'm running him with a survival It will negate the damage that he's taking, and that helps to slow him down actually. But it gives him the chance to get another heal in, and he's not a hero that's able to contend necessarily with somebody like a Lavanica or a Dove Keeper. He'll die off pretty quickly, so you need to give him all the chance to survive as possible. Sasquatch is somebody I would not prioritize. Next, we have ourselves Espirita. Spirita is a hero that does a bit like Anubis. She attacks multiple heroes at once. She does so by summoning a spirit. She's two heroes in one. You'll get double attacks by using her because it's 2 for 1. Her spirit will become nearly invulnerable. She will not. She will be healing, and that does help to increase her abilities, but I find her to be not nearly as effective as an Anubis. While she can be a great substitute for Anubis if you don't have him on your account, she is somebody that you should replace immediately if you get an Anubis. Espirita is not an essential hero. She's a hero that can be helpful, but by no means do you need to chase after her. I have Sacred Light for the damage reduction, the extra health, also Wicked Armor to keep the damage reflect down. Her spirit's very good at survival. She is not. I have Eulophant to give her a little bit of extra dodge and some shielding. A survival to give her a bit of damage negation and a chance to heal again. A little bit of extra attack and reflect with the Victory Lunge. And mostly dodge. I want her to stay out of trouble. Here's her skin effects. Big health bonus. Big attack bonus. And here she is at Breakthrough 21. She's got about 29,000 damage, 780,000 health. Nice accuracy, but a lot of dodge. When I use her, I want her to stay alive. Stay out of trouble. She's, again, not a hero that I would prioritize. Okay, next we have Dovekeeper. Speaking of heroes to prioritize, Dovekeeper is one of the best heroes in the game. Dovekeeper is a hero that you absolutely want to prioritize. Dovekeeper is I'm not so much going to go so far as to say you can't finish every game mode without a Dovekeeper, but Dovekeeper is going to get you through, every game mode successfully. She's going to be on your main team. She's as qualified and as strong a hero as a Lavanica. She's as multifaceted as a Walla Walla or an Anubis. She does many, many things. She is also, like a gunslinger, one of the highest DPS or attacking heroes in this game. She does so by putting out a variety of love doves. These are helpers in combat. They'll each serve as a hero. She has a global attack. She'll hit anybody on the board if her doves are out. She is a hero that prevents a lot of damage from being taken to herself because her doves are usually in front of her, and in addition, she has a damage cap. She can only take a certain amount of damage and can only be vulnerable for about 1 second. This is a hero that is very, very difficult to kill. She was the first hero that I took up to Breakthrough 30, along with my Lavanica, which we'll get to soon. But Dovekeeper is absolutely an amazing hero. A great sniper, a great crowd controller, a great hero for high scores in a variety of game modes. She gets a big attack bonus when her love doves are under attack. That's pretty much all the time. She's a hero that I really think can be run a variety of ways. There is a spectrum to Dovekeeper. You can go all-out attack with Dovekeeper, all the way over to the other side of the spectrum where it's all-out defense. I run along that spectrum, but I go leaning towards offense. She is a hero that I find offensively to be far better than a defensive hero. Probably the most offensive build that you could possibly do with Dovekeeper is the one that I run most of the time, and that's a brute force. I have outfitted her trait-wise with crit strike ability. The brute force will increase her attack, but also give her extra damage from her crit hits. When I'm using her in, say, like an archdemon, anything where I want really high scores, multiple hits in combat, I'm going to be using a Sunder, and that gives us extra hits during those kinds of damage capped boss modes or archdemon modes, warden modes, a variety of things. But I'm typically running her with brute force, and I'm running her with a sharpen to increase her critical ability and her accuracy in combat. Now, you can go a whole bunch of different ways just by running a. Let's take care of Sunder first. I want extra hits in combat. I'm running a Sunder. I'm also running an 8 Brawler's Favor. Now, all of a sudden, I have even more hits in combat. If I want to have a slightly less attack-oriented Dovekeeper, I can up her health and up her damage by running a Bulwark alongside. If I want a slightly more defensive, it's a whole spectrum. I can run her with a brute force and a survival. Now all of a sudden she's healing and negating damage in addition to her damage cap. There are many, many different ways. I find that Unholy Pact is a great main talent. I find that survival, she's one of the few people that I would recommend a survival talent on, and this is because of her damage cap. Any kind of damage reducing talent, and please note, any kind of damage reducing talent on Dovekeeper is basically a waste. A Sacred Light on her will slightly, same with a Flame Guard, I believe it will. No, I think just the Flame Guard, it'll slightly lower her damage cap from where it is right now at 18,000, and it might lower it down to 15,000. It's negligible, is my point. So you want to stay away from that. Even a Tenacity would be better because it at least increases her health, and she takes no side effects, negative side effects from that. But typically I'm running her with a Sharpen, and I use her in an offensive mode like Guild Wars Offense. She's one of my main strikers, big part of my team. In like a Guild Wars offensive scenario where I'm attacking, I typically drop her on the board first. That damage cap prevents her from getting killed. Fennec Pet helps her to heal, prevents a negative status. I'm running her with an Energy Sap. I find this to be better than Victory Lunge. Victory Lunge, it gives her a damage bonus, yes, of 25% more than Energy Sap. But the other part of it, it reflects damage. Typically, Dovekeeper is putting out Love Doves, and she's not necessarily under direct attack herself. This is why I find with an attack-reducing enchantment such as Energy Sap, she's hitting the enemy and reducing their ability to attack. I find it slightly better than a Victory Lunge. Here are her traits, mostly crit and a little bit of dodge. I want her to hit critically. Here's her skin effects. Big attack bonus. Here she is at breakthrough 30. She's over 50,000 damage. She's at about 1.1 million health. Very high accuracy, very high dodge, a critical rate over 1,000. Dovekeeper is an essential hero in this game and a hero that I would highly recommend for anybody. Next we have Serena. Serena is a hero that I would recommend and that I believe is an essential hero in this game. There are only two heroes in this game that provide your team the chance to revive or come back from the dead. One is Triantar and one is Syrena. Because that is such an amazing effect, and can turn the tide of any battle. And knowing that there are only two heroes that provide this, I find that Serena is an essential hero in this game and definitely a priority hero. Uh, she provides a nice heal to the heroes, to one hero that she's reviving. She does so every 3 seconds. She is able to bring back not as many heroes as Triantar, but she is able to provide a 100% attack boost to one of your friendly heroes along with that heal, and do so every 3 seconds. She's a nice sniper unto herself. She does a lot of damage and does so globally. She is a hero that is auto proc, and when outfitted with an Empower, she will continually give that damage bonus to that attack bonus to your team. She will snipe or hit from a distance globally. She will not revive your heroes under auto proc circumstances. It has to be an offensive game scenario. I find that Syrena is a great hero to put on my Guild Wars attack team. She gives the chance to revive, certainly, but I like her for that attack bonus. Every 3 seconds, landing a 100% attack bonus on one of the other heroes is a great thing. Here she is with Sacred Light. I am doing this 99 times out of 100. Extra health, extra damage reduction. Few times that she needs a little bit of extra range, I go with a Zealous Drive. I'm typically running her with a mini Angie for the heal as well as the damage reduction opportunity. I run her with Malaise. This helps during Guild Wars offense, these attacks. It helps to shut down two enemy heroes from healing themselves in combat. That can keep a Dovekeeper or a Lavanica from healing itself and can turn the tide of a battle pretty quickly. Mostly dodge. I want to keep her out of danger. I gave her a little bit of extra health and a little bit of extra attack accuracy. I have her right now with a survival. I would do so under a Guild Wars attack scenario, offensive scenario. If I were keeping her in a defensive scenario, like a base defense, I would have Empower on her. If I were using her in, say, Infernal Summit, I would have an Empower on her as well. Here's her skin effects. By Breakthrough 22, she's well up over 30,000 damage. She's got almost 760,000 health. Great accuracy. She is a very, very skilled sniper. Great dodge. She's not a hero that I would outfit critically. So just to reiterate, along with Triantar, Serena's only one of the two heroes that can bring your team back from the dead. That's huge in this game. And when you're running maybe 3 different teams in, say, a lost battlefield, you're going to want 2 revivers, or at least that opportunity. So I would prioritize Serena. She's an essential hero in this game. A great, great hero. I can't say that she's better than Triantar. Triantar does different things. I would say that she's equal. She's like the sister to Triantar. They're both essential. Next we have Storm Eater. Storm Eater stuns the enemy. He does so very, very well and does a heck of a lot of damage. He is right around number 6 approximately in terms of attack per second, or DPS, attack speed in this game. He can really cook up some high scores in damage cap modes. He can clear out a lost battlefield team. He can clear out a labyrinth team. Very, very good hero. A hero that I run with Sacred Light to keep him alive, or Wicked Armor to reduce his damage reflect. That came from a Warden challenge, but I am enjoying it in terms of an attack talent. I run him with Piblob, typically to reduce the accuracy of the enemy. I would definitely recommend having a Revitalize somewhere on Storm Eater, either as a main talent or as an insignia in this case. By doing so, you let him proc or activate his skill immediately. That's essential. Keep him up in the front row of your Lost Battlefield team, your Labyrinth team. Let him get that hit off immediately. You will find that the first of the first maybe 6 heroes, 5, 6 heroes in the front row, 2 or 3 of them have immediately been killed by a fully upgraded Storm Eater, and the rest have been stunned. So he's a great hero. I have Blinding Blow from a Warden challenge. I would probably go something like an Energy Sap or a Victory Lunge. Extra attack, a little bit of reflective damage, or maybe some attack reduction. I have mostly accuracy and health. I want him to hit, and I want him to survive that initial onslaught. He is not a hero that I would prioritize. He's not an essential hero. He's a great hero to have. He's great in certain game modes. I don't use him as a general hero. I find that in general use, he dies too quickly. I have the Revitalize insignia on him for a reason. I want him to activate his skill immediately, because pretty much after that, he's going to get killed. So Revitalize, let him do his thing, and then once that's done, don't expect too much more out of him. Great hero for very quick game modes. You can see his skin effects. And you can see the, at Breakthrough 21, about 31,000 damage, 880,000 health, 5,000 accuracy. Really nice. Nice build on him. Okay, let's go back in. We are on to Professor Ribbit. Okay, Professor Ribbit. Professor Ribbit is a hero that I'm going to say that guards your warehouse. Okay, we have a warehouse mode in this game where you don't necessarily even have to open heroes. You can keep them in card form. Professor Ribbit is a wonderful guard of the warehouse, meaning unless you're a completionist like I am in this game. I'm not a might chaser by any means. I'm a completionist, and higher might in this game is a result of trying to complete each one of these heroes. Unless you're a completionist, I would not go after Professor Ribbit in any way. She has very, very limited use. She can cause an area of effect damage, a little bit of damage to a base, to a crowd of heroes. She can gain some very brief invulnerability, but then after that dies very, very quickly. I have a Sacred Light on her. That Sacred Light is simply to try to keep her alive for as long as possible. I have also a 9 Flame Guard that is from a Warden challenge a ways back. That is not something that I would recommend at all. I would go something more along the line of even a Zealous Drive if you're going to go for some kind of an attack talent on her. I have her with Glacy. She's not. She's immune to energy reduction effects, but she's not immune to stun towers. So if you're going to use her in a dungeon scenario, put her with Glacy. At least allow Glacy to freeze up some of the stun towers that surround her. I give her a survival to heal. The Burning Plate comes from a Warden challenge. I would go probably with like a Victory Lunge, Energy Sap. I have a little bit of dodge, a little bit of health. I'm trying to keep her alive. Here are her skin effects. Coming in a little over 30,000 damage. About 710,000 health. By Breakthrough 21, 3,000 accuracy, 3,000 dodge. Not a hero I would prioritize it by any means. We're down to our last hero of part 6 here. And we're going to end on a very high note. Lavanica. Lavanica is a purchased dragon. Lavanica is a dragon that you're going to have to purchase either through the bazaar or win perhaps under some special circumstances, opening chests or random luck. Lavanica is an absolute priority hero in this game. Now, can you play the game at Castle Clash without a Lavanica? Of course. Can you get through nearly every dungeon in the game, nearly every game mode? Yes, absolutely. I think you can do that based on the fact that we have so many heroes. I mean, at the point of my making this, we're almost at 70 heroes that are just simply legendary heroes. But Lavanica, among those nearly 70 legendary heroes, Lavanica is easily a top 3 hero, along with Dovekeeper, along with, in my opinion, also Anubis. Lavanica is a powerhouse, a hero that is amazing unto himself, but also helps your entire team to be better. This is a big part of Castle Clash philosophically. A hero such as maybe I'm gonna maybe say like a Grim Fiend. He's a great hero for healing himself. He's a great hero for getting his own attack speed up. He's a great hero for debuffing the heroes that are directly in front of him. But he's not helping your team. He doesn't make them stronger or faster or better. A Walla Walla is giving your whole team a boost. A Walla Walla is slowing down the enemy. He's healing your whole team. And Anubis is giving you a big damage, a big attack reduction against the enemy. He's going to be hitting 100 heroes at a time. Lavanica is going to be healing. He's going to be doing extra damage. He's going to be paralyzing the enemy. He's going to be taking on a magma form. Like Dovekeeper, he's got a damage cap. There's only 2 seconds when this guy's vulnerable. He's immune to basically everything. He's got fast energy recovery. He's a heck of a sniper, a heck of a crowd controller, the ultimate frontline man. Put him up there in the front of all your teams. Be the first or second that drops out on the board. Lavanica is a jack of all trades and does them all incredibly well. A very, very rare hero as far as Castle Clash is concerned. Typically, heroes do 1 or 2 things very well. Lavanica does multiple things very, very well. He is a hero I'd absolutely prioritize above all the other dragons. Even though my favorite of all time is Demogorgon, Lavanica versus Demogorgon, Lavanica would win every time. Lavanica is that much of a powerhouse. I run him with Sacred Light almost all the time. I like the fact that it gives him extra health, and I like the fact that during the 2 seconds when his damage cap ceases to function, that it's giving him a damage reduction. It will have negligible effect during the time that his damage cap is up. I'm not making that claim. I'm saying that when he's vulnerable, that damage cap, that damage reduction will be working. I use him in many a high-scoring game mode where there's a damage-capped opponent, like an Archdemon, for example. I'm running him with a Sunder. I would run him with an 8 Brawler's Favor if I'm trying to go for high damage or high DPS or hits per second. Under Sacred Light circumstances, I do have Lavanica outfitted with crit traits, and I do so we can get those big crit hits. I find that the extra attack as well as the extra damage from a critical strike by brute force is a great pairing. Typically I'm running him this way. I can go a much more defensive Lavanica and give him double heals, the one he gives himself, in addition to one from survival. So a lot of different ways to run this guy. Unholy Pact is a wonderful talent as well. But typically I'm running him with the brute force and the Sacred Light setup. I find that Rudolph is a great pet, gives him another heal, and gives him the chance to remove the conditions of nearby heroes. So bad things that happen to our team end up being taken away by Rudolph. Lavanica has such a high survivability rate that Rudolph is going to be continuing to function again and again. I have a malaise currently on him because I'm dealing with so many. Lavanica's on my attack team, all my attack teams. I'm dealing with so many healers, revivers in battle. People have even on heroes that don't heal, they have survival. So I find that malaise really does help to shut down the healing of the enemy. I have him running mostly crit. I want him to hit critically. He's one of my strikers along with Dovekeeper. Also the hero that I took up to 30 right away. Here he is with his skin. Almost 50,000 damage at breakthrough 30. 1.2 million health. 3,000 accuracy, 5,400 dodge, at crit rate of almost 1,000. Very good. That was our look at Walla Walla. Creation 01, Athene, Sasquatch, Espirita, Dovekeeper, Serena, Storm Eater, Professor Ribbit or Professor Chubbs, and Lavanica. The next time, in part 7 of the series, we will start up again with Ashura, and we'll see our way all the way up to our most recently released hero as of this time in Castle Clash, which would be Cosmo. We have one more in this series. I thank you for watching, and I hope these videos are helpful. All right, I'll see you. Bye-bye.